morning to all traders and welcome to another daily market insights video provided to you by Orbex. Today is Wednesday the 21st and we're going to talk about gold and oil. There have been a lot of developments, geopolitical to be more precise, that actually supporting the gold. And this is why it's important to have a look what's happening this week with precious metal. In Europe, we had geopolitical tensions not only surrounding Brexit, but also surrounding Germany specifically, as yesterday the German government decided to set a 0% coupon and issue new bonds, or otherwise called bonds, for expiring at 2015. Now, of course, this adds worries on worrisome low global inflation, and that could also be reiterated today later when we have FOMC meetings. That would also give, of course, validate the reason Mr. Trump has been a little bit critical and assaulting the Federal Reserve over the past few days, not to say over the past few weeks. Now, aside from this, we have other things supporting the gold, which is, of course, Brexit's Mr. Johnson's call on Europe to renegotiate terms of Brexit, and particularly the Irish backstop. We have the protest in Hong Kong that actually add now a twist between US and China trade talks. And of course, we had the resignation of Italy's Prime Minister, which adds more uncertainty about who's going to control the government and how the European markets are going to react on any new sort of updates. So without further ado, today we have existing home sales in the EIA crude oil stocks. While the API crude oil stocks change came out yesterday, it was actually much better than expected, and that's why the oil also was a little supported. Now on the gold, I want to start with the 4 hours. Nothing changes from what we have been talking over the past few weeks. So it looks like we've completed wave 1 of this breakout impulse to the upside. We could see prices moving higher maybe, although I think this extended level and false break above the 1520 makes a very good wave 1. So we should be expecting now a wave 2 correction down, since we've also got some signals on the RSI. And from here is where we can start looking for bulls to step in once again to complete wave 3. Now, if we go a little bit lower on the 1 hour time frame, you've seen that we have labeled this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And we are expecting the wave ABC. Now, on the 1 hour, we also see this, the RSI supporting the bearish move. Now, the thing is this going to be an ABC in some sort of this formation that is drawn here, with prices going lower to around 1480, 1450, you know, just at the previous high over here? Or are we going to see wave A ending around here, you know, wave B moving up, and then wave C lower down to wave 4 of this, this correction? That could be the case, okay? And why do I say this? I say this because this still can be seen as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 with some sort of, you know, minor impulse within wave 3, then wave 5, wave 4 and wave 5. That would actually make wave A, then we'll go for B and C. So we could see a zigzag here correction. And that is the case because, as I said before, this is still can be counted as 1, 2, and we're expecting now wave 3, of course, with minor corrections and impulses. Now on the oil has been going as we expected. It's just I am still uncertain whether this is an ABC, okay, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks like we are most likely going to see this ending as an ABC rather than anything else. That would mean, of course, that this would be wave 1, this would be wave 2, and then we'll go for wave 3, 4, and 5. Now, although I was bearish on the oil in the longer term, now this adds a little bit of confusion, would I say? No, I should say it has a little bit of uncertainty to whether this is going to continue the way I was expecting or not. In the longer term, I see this being the critical level. Okay, so this is around 62, and of course the 50, 67 on the downside. On the downside, not as much, because we could see prices moving a little bit lower. Okay, so we could see that creating another wave down here to get a rejection around that ascending trend line. This is where wave C would be completed, and then we're looking, of course, for fresh highs. Now, down on the 1 hour, just to go a little bit shorter term. So we saw this end over here around 50, 53. We had an impulse to the upside. Actually, wave 5 was quite impulsive, and that completed, that formed wave 1, and we are waiting now for wave 2 to complete. Okay, now this is seen as an ABC correction, with, of course, wave B correction. That is an ABCDE, could be D, could be called WXYZE. You can call it whatever you want. The main takeaway from this is that this is a correction, and it's likely to end very soon. Okay, it's probably going to break down below and go to around 54, 53 area to complete wave 2, and from here, so we can start looking for further moves to the upside. If, of course, that fails, then we're looking to move down the previous low. Now, the thing is, any move below this previous wave A, let's say, would most likely give us a very nice bullish hidden divergence signal. Okay, so I would also pay attention to what happens on the RSI as the prices move down. So don't forget, today we'll have the EIA report as well. So more, the oil is going to move, and it's going also to move around the FOMC meetings, because we're going to get an idea of what is going to happen with slowing global inflation. So I want to thank you for being with me for another day. And as always, I want to remind, visit our blog, is where we'll cover the latest trading news, we'll provide trading ideas, and also all the necessary tools traders need.